Python basics. Simple. Python basics. So go to the file option, click on the save. Go to the Python and click on the save. See, file is completed. Another topic. Next, day after tomorrow, if you want to learn, open. See, what I'm saying is every topic in a simple way. If I want to say every topic, open a new ideally. I mean, open a new file, connect with the computer. Just click on connect, it will connect. Learn the concept. Simple. Learn the concept. Very, very simple. Guys, understood everyone? Any doubts still here?
Sir, I'm having one doubt.
Yes, please.
Sir, I understood up to this Google Drive. I've opened on my desktop. I've created a folder.
Mhm.
I've right click on that.
Mhm.
Then I go to workplace, marketplace. Means I have searched for collaboratory.
Mhm. Okay.
So in that, these options are coming. So we have to, when we are clicking this collaboratory, so here it's asking for install.
Yes, click on
We have
install.
to install it.
Yes, yes.
So if we install, so this is asking need your permission in order to start. So continue.
Yes, please give the permission. What you are doing here is in your drive, you are installing an ideally. So you need to give the permission. No? So click on permission. Okay, granted.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So
Now,
every day we have to create the folder like this. Every day we have to install.
no. Only one time. One time install enough. From to one after installing, from the next times you can just right click on it and it will available. Right click, it will be available.
Okay.
Okay. So Priyanka is asking me, how can we get the recordings? Recordings daily we are sending the drive, no drive link. So now here you just need to understand, sir. When we are opening a file, you are see when we are opening a file, it is showing initially. For example, let me delete this file. Let me remove this file. Come back. Let me remove this file and open a new one. Open new ideally. Open new ideally. New notebook. Please open new notebook. So when we are opening the new notebook, it is showing the name like untitled 0.ipynb. So if you want to change the name, you are selecting only this portion and you are renaming. You are renaming, which means you are renaming means I am clicking. So I am clicking and I'm clicking and I am renaming. I am giving some other name. But .ipynb I am not changing. Dot .ipynb I am not changing. Only previous name is changing. Suppose I told you already MP, the difference between MP3 and difference between MP4. MP3 and MP4. MP is same. 3 refers to audio and 4 refers to video. Okay, 3 refers to audio and 4 refers to video. So can anyone guess what is the IPYNB? IPYNB is nothing but extension. It is an extension for Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook. So if you see any file with .ipynb, that comes under Jupyter Notebook. Okay. For example, if you take another ideally like PyCharm, another ideally, that extension will be .py. So every extensions will be having, I mean, if every ideally will be having their own extensions. So IPYNB is nothing but Jupyter Notebook extension, where I is nothing but integrating, PY is nothing but Python, and NB is nothing but notebook. Notebook. In a simple way, if I want to say, guys, imagine you. So if you want to study a notebook, I mean, if you want to study a book, first of all, you will buy the book. Okay. Same thing I have done. So if you want to study a book, first you will buy the book. So you are going to the more option and you are downloading the ideally. So today you will learn one chapter. So today I will create a file. I will I will make the things here. Tomorrow, another file I will create, I will make the things here. So daily, daily I will create one new notebook, I mean new ideally, and I will learn the things there. Instead of making everything in one file, every topic in each file I will maintain. So that is the relation between the student ideally and the Python software.
Excuse me,
Guys,
sir.
understand? Yes.
I have opened the drive. So can you tell me where I created the folder? Can I share my screen, sir?
No, 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 no. Please follow the recording. Screen sharings won't be allowed. So what I'm saying is that's why I told you every time to write down in the notebook. So just create a folder. Right click on it. Create a new folder. After that, go to the more options. Go to connect more,
Okay.
and here type collaboratory. Simple.
Actually, I was
Click
getting.
on it. Install. Okay. Okay. So now, okay, fine. So now, okay, Kamal, like in the drive, we set up everything. In the drive, we have done all the setup. Okay, fine. We have ideally, and if we open the ideally and we can connect with the Google server, it will connect to the computer and we can learn Python. We can learn Python. Okay. So now, how to start? How to start Python? First of all, everyone should understand here before going to start the topic. Before going to start the guys, come here. Before going to learn Python perfectly, first of all, you need to understand the ideally UI. Yes or no? You need to, okay, you in the drive, you download, you install the ideally. I mean, Jupyter Collaboratory you installed. Okay, you are connecting that with the Python software. Okay, fine. But you need to understand this one properly. Yes or no? So the UI representation. So now we will see how to understand. So whatever the folder that I created, I am going here. So first I am opening one ideally, one notebook I am opening. One notebook I am opening. I will explain you each and every option. Please, guys, are you maintaining the notebook? I'm not going to tell again. So if you not make maintaining the notebook means a lot of theoretical stuff you will miss. And this theoretical stuff is really important for the interviews. Okay. So I open the folder. You know, in my drive, I have ideally. I install the ideally file. Right click, go to the more option, go to the more option. I am opening ideally. I am opening one ideally. So today one notebook I am opening. Tomorrow, what I will do? Tomorrow again I will open another one. Day after tomorrow again another. So every day I can open a new one and I can work on it. I can work on it. Okay. First, so this is the ideally. This is the ideally. Okay. So we need to understand the important options here. First one, as I told you, you are here. Every person, let's say every person is a student here. So the student is here. Okay, fine. And the ideal is in front of you. You opened the ideally. You opened the ideal. It is in front of you. So ideal is in front of you. So this is an ideally. And connect. You need to connect this ideally with the Google server. First, click on connect. So as a student, you are connecting the guys, whatever you are seeing in front of the screen, white color one, that is ideally or not. Everything, this all thing is an ideally. So you are connecting this ideally to Google computer. See, you connected the ideally with Google computer. Fine. Now you need to understand this ideally. What is the meaning of understanding, sir? First one. First one, what you have to understand is, as I told you, renaming. So every day you will be working on new concept. Today whatever the concept that you learn, tomorrow some other concept you will learn, day after tomorrow a new concept. So for every concept you will be opening a new ideally and you are working. So renaming dot ipynb should be like that only. Remaining things whatever the name you can keep. See, understanding ideally. See, the name I have given is The name I have given is understanding ideally. If I refresh it, if I refresh it, is not coming. Why? Because you have done some changes. You have done one change, but you are not saving this. Go to the file option and click on save. You renamed the file, but you are not saved it. Yes, once saving it, if you come back and if you refresh it, you can see the file name here. So this is the file you are working. This is the file that you're working. Okay, this is the renaming. Renaming. Kamal, once I'm opening means I can see one box here. Okay, don't forget about this one. The start coding or generate with artificial intelligence. Forget, this is just a message. Forget about that one. So that's not an issue at all. Okay, that's because so if I click on it, if I write anything, it will go away. So that's not an issue.
So
What
sir,
I'm saying
can
is
you tell?
yes,
So every day we only need to rename the IDN.
yes. Whatever the name is that you want to keep, you will keep that.
Okay.
So Kamal, like once I am opening a new ideally, once I am going to more and I am opening a new ideally, one box is showing in front of me. One box is showing in front of me. What guys, this ideally is nothing but a Jupyter notebook. What is this box, sir? This box is known as a cell. We call them as a cell. What is the meaning of cell? What is the meaning of cell? Cell is nothing but the place, the place where user, which means student, the place where user write Python, Python code. Okay, the place where user write Python code. So you will be writing Python code here. For example, as a student, you will be writing some Python code here. Some Python code you will write. So some Python code you will write. So student will write Python code. This Python code will be given to Python software. Software will check whether it is perfect or not, and it will give the reply. So, sir, where is the ideally? Ideal, you are writing on the ideally, no. Ideally is taking the input and giving to Python. Okay. So this is the cell is nothing but the place where user can write the Python code. Second option here is Second option here is, for example, so this cell, okay, you can write anything in the cell. You can write anything. See, for example, I am from India. I am writing something like, I am from India. But if you write English, see, but if you are writing English, guys, you can see some underscores here, red color, warning kind of things. Can you see warning kind of things here? Uh, Below each and every word. What is this warning? What is this colors? Nothing but you are writing English. But what you have to write here in the cell? Guys, in the cell, what you have to write? You need to write Python. You need to write Python programming. But you are writing English here. So you are writing English here. That is not going to accept it. That's why you can see some warning kind of things like the below the am, there is a red color line. Below the from, there is a red color line. So there is a warnings here, which means you are writing English. This doesn't comes under Python programming. Doesn't comes under Python programming. Okay. For example, if I write print, Kamal, see now this is not going to show anything because it is a Python programming. It is a Python programming. Okay. Slowly we'll learn everything. Don't worry. What I am trying to say is cell. Cell is nothing but the place where you can write the Python programming only. Python programming only. And if you want to write any English, write in the format of comment. Comment, which means using the hash symbol. Using this hash symbol, you can write a comment. I will write here. Using this symbol, we can write a comment. So see guys, see here, If I remove this hash, if I remove this hash, see it is giving the warning or not? Guys, red color warning, can you see? Can you see?
Yes, sir.
So if you remove the hash and if you're writing any English, it is showing some kind of warning. Why it is showing warning? The place where you are writing, it is known as a cell. And in the cell, you can write only Python programming. Then why you are writing English here? That's what I'm saying. So cell is the place where Python program should be written. But but if you want to write English, write in the format of comment. Comment will be represented with the help of hash symbol. If you create a hash, that line will be converted as a comment. Comment. Okay. So that is not an issue. So here if you write again, second line, that is also not allowed because it is in English. It is in English. So what I want to say is, this cell basically used to write Python programming, Python programming, first option, or use hash symbol to write comment, to write comment, to write a comment. Simple. Irrespective of these two, you should not do anything in this particular cell. Irrespective of these two, you should not do anything in this particular cell. So what I will do is, I will create a hash, which means I can write the comment, which means I can write the comment. So what I'm doing here is basically the cell in Jupyter notebook, because the ideally I am using is Jupyter notebook, which means IPYNB. Basically the cell in Jupyter notebook, which means you can call Jupyter notebook as Google Collaboratory also, it's your wish. Basically the cell in Jupyter notebook is used to write the Python programming, or else, or using hash symbol, using this symbol, we can write a comment. Just now how I am writing the comment, see, I am writing a comment. Next line, here I will write Python, for example, say Kamal. So basically a print condition I am writing, I will explain in upcoming sections about it. See, basically you need to understand this logic. You need to understand this logic. You know very well, first of all, this is a cell. First of all, this is a cell. So cell is used to do only two things. Cell is capable of doing only two things. One is you need to write only Python programming, or else you need to write a comment. So two things I am writing. The first one I am writing a comment with the help of this particular symbol. The second line I am writing programming. You can ask me like, sir, you are not at all told me anything, then why you are writing the Python directly? This I will explain later. Just understand how this is working. How the cell will take only comment, or cell will take only Python programming. It won't take any other things. It won't take your English theoretical stuff or any movie story. Everything is logical here. Okay, comment or programming, only two things. Now see, you need to understand once again, as a student, guys, where you are writing these two lines in the ideally only, in the ideally only you are writing, yes or no? So as a student, I am writing two lines in ideally. I am writing two lines because this white color area, everything is in ideally only. Okay, as a student, I am writing two lines. One is comment and the second one is print condition, which means programming in ideally. So ideally. Okay, see. Okay. So as a student, I am writing two lines in an ideally. Guys, you tell me when this, see, I am writing an input. As a student, I have written two inputs here. I have written two inputs. two inputs in ideally fine. Now tell me when this ideally will take my inputs to the program Python software. When it will take my input, because see, as a student you have, once again I'm telling you, that is the most important logic that you need to keep in mind. As a student, in the ideally I have written two lines, which means as a student I am giving two inputs in the ideally. What ideally will do, ideally will take my input, student input, and it should give to Python software. Okay, but when it will take the input, already it is connected, which means, so this ideally is connected with one of the Python software. Okay, but my question is, student is giving two inputs. Two inputs are on top on ideally. Ideally is connected to the Python, but my question is, when this ideally will take two inputs to the Python software, when you run the cell, the most interview point question. So if we write the programming on ideally, will it work automatically? No. So it won't work automatically. The user will write two lines. For example, the user is writing two lines in ideally. Two lines. So these two lines, when it will be sent to the Python software, when you run the cell, you need to run the programming. So when you run these two lines, will be given to Python. So Python will check these two are correct or not. If it is correct, it will give me proper output with, a very good message, a very good outcome. That outcome will be shown in front of us here. Ideal is showing in front of us. See how to run, sir. How to run? Where to run? Can you see a power button here? Pause button. Click on it. See, click on it. See, nanoseconds. The input which I have written ideally takes to the Python. Python is giving the reply, and reply is showing in front of me. So a cell is the place where you can write the comment, you can write the programming, and when you run the cell only, ideally will take the input to the Python. It will check and give the reply. Guys, understood everyone about the cell?
Sir, this side arrow button that one you are showing here. Power button is
Sorry.
this in the
Sorry.
left side. Where is the power button?
This one.
Okay.
Pause button. Okay. Clear now, everyone, till here? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, cool. The question is, okay, we understood about cell. Okay, but there are a lot of things. For example, if I write 1,000 lines of programming, all the lines will I write in one cell? No. Can't you create another cell here? Can't you create another cell? Here on the above, on the below? Defaultly, I'm telling, defaultly means itself. Okay, defaultly ideally will give you only one cell. But if you take the mouse cursor to the middle, if you go down, you can see two options here in the middle. You can see two options. One is plus code plus text. I will tell you about the text, that is not an issue. What I'm saying is, one cell is there where you can write a comment and Python programming. I want to create, as a user, I want to create another cell. I want to create another cell. Yes, you can create. Take the cursor to the middle, come down. You can see two options, plus code and plus text. Click on the plus code. See, a new cell is created. Again, you can do whatever you want. This is a new cell. And I'm telling you, the comment, whatever you are writing, you can write anything in the comment, because Python software is not going to consider the comment. It will only consider the programming. Python software won't consider the comment. It will only consider the programming. So keep hash and whatever you want, you can write. A new cell is created. So if you want to create the cell above, so go to the middle, take the cursor to the middle, you can see two options plus code. See, top cell. So any cells you can create, how many cells you want. Come on, sir, like this is the third cell. Third cell, I want to go to the first one. I mean, I want to take this third one to first one. Click on the third one. Click on the third one. You can see up arrow. See, it goes to the second one. Again, click, it goes to the first. Sir, I want to take this one to the last. So one step down, which means go to the end, right? At the right end, you can see down arrow. Come to down. See, you can make the extra cells on the above or below if needed. You can change them to above level or below level, whatever you can do. You can do them. Sir, I want to create another cell. See, go to the middle. Create how many cells you want. It's your wish. Create how many cells you want. Sir, I want to delete the cell. I want to delete the cell. So if you want to delete this cell, go to the end. You can see a delete option. Delete, 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 delete. See, I want to delete this cell, sir. Go to the end, click on delete. Go to the end, click on delete. Go to the end, click on delete. If you want one cell to write the logic plus code, which means code means nothing but a cell. Another cell means another cell. So it's your wish. Create a cells, delete the cells. It's completely your wish. How many needed, you can create those things. How many needed, you can create all those things. So these are the important options. Important options. Remaining things are slowly, whenever we are working, when slowly you will get to know. The most important things that you need to keep in mind is what is the meaning of a cell, what it does. Here two options on the top, code and text. Below also code and text. So above code is used to create the cell on the top. Below code is used to create the cell on the bottom side. Below. What about text is nothing but I will tell you in 1 minute. Keep it aside as of now. And this symbol is used to run the script, run the cell. It is used to run the cell. And this above arrow is used to take the cell to the above. Below arrow is used to bring the cell to the bottom side. This delete symbol is then used to delete the cell. Delete the cell. And remaining things, it's not an issue. All these things are not at all important. Slowly, whenever we are learning, whenever it is needed, I will explain one by one. One by one. The most important thing is in the IDLE that you need to understand why we are not changing .ipynb, why we are only changing the name because of extension. Then what is this one? Then what is the meaning of cell? What we can do in the cell? This one, and this one. And as I told you, two options. If you take the cursor to the middle in the cell, above means two options will be there, below also two options. Above code means one cell creates on the top, below code means one cell creates on the below. Guys, understood till here? Everyone? So the last thing I will explain, that is all the things we have discussed in the IDLE, but except this one, text. Plus text is there, no? So code means what? It creates the cell on the top. Okay. Bottom text is nothing but it creates the cell on the bottom side. Okay. Then what about text? Guys, you see, for example, which one will be best? Like if there is a concept, explaining the concept theoretically along with the programming will be best, or only programming will be best? Tell me. Only programming will be best, or theoretically clearly explaining them and learning the programming? Which one will be best? Of course, clear explanation about the programming and writing the program. So what I'm trying to say is, this is a cell. This is a cell. Cell is used to write the Python programming, Python program, or a comment. Or comment. Only two things you can do. Or a comment. You can write a comment. Comment means what? A small English. You can't write paragraphs, no? You can write a small line. Comment means a small line. You can't write paragraphs. But imagine if you want to write the paragraphs. Then what you will do? There is an option known as a text. If you want to write the paragraph above the cell, you use this option. If you want to write the paragraphs, anything, you can use the below text. Suppose I want to write a paragraph. I want to write a theory above this cell. So what I will do, I'll click in the middle. You can see cell means above a cell will be created. I don't need the cell. Whatever the current cell is there, on top of this cell, I need to write some theory. So click on plus. Once you click on plus means it will ask you to double click. See, whatever the theory that you want to write, you can write here. Whatever the theory, which means you can write any theory here. And after writing the theory, how it looks like will be shown here. So you write here, how it looks like will be directly shown here. See what I will do. So once again I am explaining. So I want to write a theory above this particular cell. So going to click on plus, double click. See, I will write Python programming is very important to learn in 21st century. Whatever the theory that I want, I will write here. Bahubali story also I will write. So you can ask me, sir, you are writing the theory here, but here it is showing me like this. What is this? This is nothing but the output which you are going to see after running this particular cell. After running this one, this is how you are going to look like. Okay, so input and how it is going to look like, both is showing here. See, I have written some theory. Use shift plus enter. Okay, I have written the theory. Click on the shift button in the laptop and click on enter. See, a theory I have written. A theory. If you want to add more, add more. So I am from USA, and any theory you can write, anything. If you remove, it will remove. See, so whatever you are seeing here, nothing but it's an output. So see, using the hash symbols, Python programming. Okay, Python programming, guys, listen very carefully. In the text box, hash is used to make the headline, make a heading. But in the cell, hash is used for comment. Hash is used for comment in the cell. Same hash will be used for the heading in the text box. See, heading is there. It representing like a heading. See, I am using shift plus enter to run. See, heading created. Sir, I want to reduce the heading. Double click on it. Go to here. One more I am giving. One more hash. See, size is reduced. One more hash I will give. Size is reduced. One more hash I will give. Size is reduced. 6 times you can give. 6 times. Six different types of headings you can create. Not 7, only 6. Only 6 different types of headings you can create. So if you want to make a very big heading, 1 hash. If you want to become second heading, second. Little bit less. So hash is used to make the heading in the text box and write the theory. I created the heading. So I am going to learn Python in Drive Google Colab, which means Jupyter Notebook. So what I'm saying is, cell is used to write the Python programming and a comment. Text box is used to write your own biography also. You can make heading, you can write the paragraph, anything you write. You write anything, use and click on shift plus enter. Simple. See, theory is coming. If you don't want the theory, guys, I'm telling you, this is a cell. This is a text box. Sir, I don't want this box now. What you will do, if you take the cursor, see, box is highlighting. See, box is highlighting. Remove it. Sir, I want to write the theory below. Create a text box. Write the theory. Sir, I don't want text box. Click on that box. Delete it. So, cell is used to create the cells. Text is used to create the text is used to create the write the text. So this is completely about the Python Jupyter Notebook ideally. Now guys, the people who are having any doubts, you can ask me. Till like the software installations, let's say the UI representation, understanding the ideally, connecting to the software, anything. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Everything clear? Don't go with all the options. I'm telling you once again. Don't go with all the options and waste your time. Only the options which I'm highlighting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus code plus text. Below also same. And file option to save. And this one to connect. Simple. Irrespective of these three, and slash to write the comment. Irrespective of these three, these kind of things, don't go with everyone. Slowly, I will tell you one after other.
Sir,
Shravani is asking, sir, will practice in the drive or in Anaconda? No.